Alright, my wife won a painting on the last cruise we were on. It's a David Najjar. He's an artist for Park West Galleries. Well, the cruise ship, showed the picture or the painting framed in a nice black frame. And when we received it from the art gallery, it was just the painting or the print. So I called them or emailed them and verified that it was supposed to come unframed. They said, yeah, she just won the print with no frame attached to it. So I decided that I would call around the local frame shops in town and see how much they would charge. It was somewhere between $300 and $500. Since it's, a print, it's not a hand-painted one. You can see it's 508 and 950. Here's his signature here, David Najjar, and I think it's signed on the, it's got some number on the back along with it. It's not an original, so I'm not too concerned about having it professionally framed. So I told my wife I'd make her a nice frame to go around the painting, so at least we can display it instead of having it rolled up. As you can see, it's kind of curled on both ends. The painting's actually longer than it looks. It's just curled over because it came in a tube rolled up. So I'm trying to press it out the best I can before I put it in the frame. But what I have currently is just some scrap wood that I'll be cutting up to fit. I found a backer board that I already had, and I've already cut it to size. Of course, you have to measure your painting to what size you want it. I measured it for this painting, which would be different. I'm going to 45 the ends. I'll show you how I put those together. I'll videotape how I do the other sides. But it should be a pretty easy project. It shouldn't take too long. Okay, so you can see I'm starting at the bottom. I start with the two 45s. I've now put my third piece, just laid it across to kind of make sure that you can still see the signature when the piece is laid. So I made a mark. It's probably hard to see. It's right there. That's going to guide me on where to go with the 45-degree angle that I'm about to cut. I'll head over to the saw and show you how I cut that next. Alright, so hopefully you can see that line. Sorry about the glare. It's kind of sunny out today. That is where I want my 45 to end. So if I pull down the blade, you should be able to see that the tip of the blade is going to hit just that point. And that's how I want the board to be. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that. So now I can take the piece I just cut and verify that my boards are going to end up right where I wanted them. They're not totally down yet, so I can move them around a little bit just to make sure I get it just the way I want it. And now I'll draw my line for my other 45. Line. Back to the saw. And there you see, I still have the R. 45, they're not put together yet, but you can definitely see that this end is complete. Now I'll move up to the top. Sorry about the... Made another line. Probably hard to see with that glare. Now I'm going to cut it. Once again, you just set up your saw, go to a 45 angle. Mine's pretty easy. You can lock it in. This saw does. I don't know if yours does. And then you line up your line and your blade. Make the cut. So since I had the bottom board already cut to size, I just simply took the top piece and cut it the exact same size so they're equal. And I'll show you that with the side board. You can see there's the cut one. That one's not cut yet. And down here you can see the two ends are lined up, ready to cut. So that makes sure that you got a square picture frame. And then next we'll start, once I cut those boards to the same length, then we'll start tacking it together. Alright, you can see I have all 4 pieces cut to length. Now I'm going to lay them out and put an 18 gauge 1.5 inch nail at all 4 posts, or all 4 corners, to hold it together. Okay, so you can see how nicely this corner is. I'm going to start on this corner, put 2 nails in it. Okay, as you see, I ended up putting 3 nails in, and 2 just wasn't quite stiff enough for my liking, but 3 seemed to do the job. 2 on this side and 1 on the top. I'm just going to repeat that all 4 corners. So I have everything nailed together for the frame. Now I'm going to put the frame on top of the picture just to show you roughly what it's going to look like. It's still not completely finished, but it's close. Something like that. And you can see, still have his signature, still have the numbers visible, and it still looks like a beautiful painting.